What is the best Nordic national flag? Let's find out. Hey everyone, welcome to the new format. I hope you enjoy it. In this video, I'm going to be counting down the Nordic country flags from 5 to 1. This is my personal opinion, but also I'll be showing you the results of a poll I did about a year ago where I asked you guys which Nordic flag was your favorite. So we'll be taking a look at that as well and comparing what you said to my opinion. Also, at the end of this video, I'll be introducing a cool little feature I'm going to be having in these videos where I will be showing you what I call a mystery flag. And then in the comment section, if you guys know what the flag is, please comment. And whoever gets the correct answer first, I will give a shout out in my next video. So let's start the countdown of Nordic national flags, beginning in 5th place, which is a polite way of saying last place. And we have Finland. So first of all, I think every Nordic country flag is a really good one. And I just love how they're all related to each other. But the reason I'm putting Finland in last place, or 5th place to be nice, is because I'm not a big fan of how thick the cross is. Now, having all that blue in the cross gives a better colour balance overall between the blue and white, but I'm just not a fan of how thick this cross is. Now, I think the reason they chose such a thick cross is because of this flag here, which is the state flag of Finland. And as you can see, they decided to put the coat of arms of Finland where the vertical and the horizontal stripes of the cross intersect. So they needed the cross to be kind of thick to pull off this design. Otherwise, the coat of arms would have been too small. So they needed to make the cross thicker to make the coat of arms as large as they could make it. Now, what I do like is the shade of blue. This is a really nice dark shade. So therefore, it has great contrast on the white. So overall, this is a great flag among 5 really great flags. And unfortunately, for Finland, it has to come in last place. Alright, so number 4 is Sweden. So this is a very simple design of a yellow cross on a blue background. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this shade of blue, to be honest. Sweden in the past, they've had darker shades of blue and they've tinkered around with the colors. Now, this blue, it wouldn't be my favorite shade of blue. I'd rather something a bit darker. But overall, this is still a great flag and it's number 4 on my list. And coming in at number 3 is Denmark. So what I really like about this is the proportions here of the cross on the background. So unlike Finland, which I think has a cross that's too thick, I think this cross here is just the perfect proportion. It's not too thick. Now, it does mean that the red dominates a bit more, but I think this has a better balance overall in terms of the design, the colors. It's a really solid red color. Now, this is not just the oldest of the Nordic flags. This is the oldest continuously used flag of any country flag in the world. So this flag goes back centuries and centuries. This design has really stood the test of time. And I guess it's part of the reason why other Nordic countries copied this design. Now, before I move on to the top 2, you may have noticed that the 3 flags I've chosen so far all have 2 colors. And the 2 remaining flags, which of course are Iceland and Norway, they have 3 colors. So I have gone for the 3 color Nordic design is my favorites because I really like the fimbriation and I just think it just adds a little bit more to the flag. So which one of these 2 do I prefer? Okay, so coming in at number 2 is Iceland. My favorite color on flags is blue. So as we can see, because of the blue background, it's the most dominant color. Now, I have to be honest, like the Swedish flag, I'm not a huge fan of this shade of blue either. I think it looks a little washed out. There's been versions of this flag previously that had a darker blue, which I think looked better. But nevertheless, this is still a great design. So while I'm not a fan of the color shades, especially the blue, this is still a fantastic flag overall. And coming in at number 1, we have Norway. So this is my favorite Nordic country flag. Now, before we go further, I just want to point out another thing here about colors. As you can see, these are dark shades of blue and red. Now, there's a bit of controversy over the shades of these colors, especially the red. Now, here's a version of the flag with a much brighter red. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this shade of red because it doesn't match up well with the dark blue. Whereas with this design here, with the darker red. I think this looks way better than the brighter red. The Norwegian government did suggest official colours, but then there was criticism over those colours, and then the government decided to renege on that, and then they were saying that the flag manufacturers should come to some kind of consensus. So there's a lot of confusion over the shade of red. Now the flag I'm showing you here is a dark red. It's got a dark blue, and I think this flag looks absolutely fantastic with these color shades. Now I am a fan of red, white and blue flags, and as we've seen, Norway and Iceland both have red, white and blue. And while a lot of people love these colors, other people say they're overused and so on. Also, when it comes to Nordic flags in general, because they're liked so much by people, there has been kind of a backlash, people saying they're overrated and they don't get why people love them so much. But that comes with the territory of having like really great flags to begin with. They get super popular and then there's an inevitable backlash. So summing up overall, these are 5 great flags. I've pointed out some technical issues, and most of which are like my personal opinion. So let's move on to what you guys said. So let's have a look at this poll I ran about a year ago, asking you guys what you preferred. And as we can see, there's a pretty good matchup between my opinions and your opinions. Half of you, 50% of you, said that your favorite flag was Norway, which of course is my favorite as well. And then in second place, which is a long way behind Norway, is in fact Iceland. So my pick for second place is also your pick for second place. Now where there's a slight discrepancy between my opinions and yours are the flags with 2 colours. So in third place is Finland on 13%. Remember, that was my pick for last place. In fourth place we have Sweden on 10%. And then Denmark last on 8%. And remember, Denmark was my top pick for the 2 color flags. You guys disagree with me slightly when it comes to the 2 color flags. But overall, there is a consensus between me and you guys. You love the Norwegian flag. Half of you picked that. And when it comes to a 5-way race and 50% choose one, then that's a pretty big endorsement of that flag. The consensus here, guys, is that the Norwegian flag is the top dog in the Nordic region. It's the best flag, followed by Iceland, and then we have the 3 flags with 2 colors. So I'm going to wrap up this video, and as promised, here is the mystery flag. Now I'm going to pin a comment in the comment section where I'm asking you guys to name this mystery flag, and the first person who gets it right, that's assuming somebody gets it right, I will give a shout out to you in the next video. Okay guys, so be sure to subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. I know all the YouTubers say that, but it really does help if you do all those things. And of course, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the new format. So until next time, see you all later.